Hello everyone, and welcome to History of the Ancient World. When you hear the word pyramid, what comes to mind? For most of us, it's the towering pyramids of Giza, standing guard over the Egyptian sands. But what if I told you that thousands of miles away, across a vast ocean, other ancient civilizations were also building monumental pyramids, some even larger and more complex than those in Egypt? Today, we're journeying to the Americas to uncover the secrets of these incredible and often overlooked structures. From the dense jungles of Mesoamerica to the arid plains of North America, pyramids were a central feature of many ancient cultures. But these weren't just tombs for pharaohs. American pyramids served a multitude of purposes. They were sacred mountains, gateways to the heavens, stages for elaborate rituals, and the political heart of sprawling cities. Their shapes and designs are as diverse as the cultures that built them. We see step pyramids reaching for the sky, massive earthen mounds, and even circular structures, each telling a unique story about its creator's beliefs and way of life. Let's start our journey in Mesoamerica, the cradle of some of the most iconic pyramid-building civilizations. Here, the Maya, the Aztecs, and the people of Teotihuacan created architectural wonders that still leave us in awe today. One of the most famous is the Pyramid of the Sun in Teotihuacan, Mexico. This colossal structure, built around 200 AD, is one of the largest pyramids in the world. Imagine standing at its base, looking up at a structure made from over 2.5 million tons of material, all moved without the help of wheels or beasts of burden. Climbing its 248 steps feels like ascending to another world. Archaeologists believe it was built over a natural cave, a sacred place thought to be the womb of the universe from which the first humans emerged. It wasn't just a building, it was the center of their cosmos. Not far away, its counterpart, the Pyramid of the Moon, stands at the end of the Avenue of the Dead. While slightly smaller, it's perfectly aligned with the mountain behind it, Cerro Gordo, creating a stunning visual connection between the human-made and the natural world. This deliberate placement shows an incredible understanding of astronomy and landscape architecture. Rituals performed here were likely tied to agricultural cycles and the worship of a great goddess, linking the pyramid to fertility and life itself. The city of Teotihuacan, with its massive pyramids, was a bustling metropolis, one of the largest in the ancient world. These pyramids weren't isolated monuments. They were the vibrant heart of a thriving society. Now, let's travel to the Maya lands in the jungles of southern Mexico and Central America. The Maya developed their own unique style of pyramid. Think of El Castillo at Chichen Itza. This is more than just a pyramid. It's a calendar carved in stone. Each of its 4 stairways has 91 steps. If you add them all up and include the top platform, you get 365, the number of days in a year. Twice a year, during the spring and fall equinoxes, an amazing spectacle occurs. As the sun sets, the shadows cast by the corner of the pyramid create the illusion of a giant feathered serpent slithering down the northern staircase. This is Kukulkan, the serpent god, descending to earth. It's a breathtaking fusion of architecture, astronomy, and religious belief, designed to mark the changing seasons and reaffirm the divine order of the universe. Further south, in Tikal, Guatemala, we find towering pyramids piercing the jungle canopy. The Temple of the Great Jaguar, or Temple 1, is a classic example. This steep 9-step pyramid served as the tomb for a powerful Mayan ruler. Its height, over 150 feet, was meant to bring the king closer to the gods in the afterlife. The Maya believed their rulers were divine intermediaries, and their grand tombs ensured their continued influence and the stability of the kingdom. Climbing these structures today, you can look out over the vast green sea of the jungle and imagine the incredible ceremonies that once took place on their summits, with smoke from incense rising towards the heavens. But the story of American pyramids doesn't end with the Maya. When the Aztecs rose to power in central Mexico, they built their capital, Tenochtitlan, on an island in the middle of a lake. At its sacred heart stood the Templo Mayor, or Great Temple. This was a massive double pyramid, dedicated to two of their most important gods, Huitzilopochtli, the god of war and the sun, and Tlaloc, the god of rain and agriculture. The two shrines at the top represented the essential balance of Aztec life, warfare to expand the empire, and agriculture to feed its people. The Aztecs continuously built over this temple, adding new layers with each successive ruler, making it bigger and more magnificent. When the Spanish arrived, they were stunned by its scale and grandeur. For the Aztecs, the Templo Mayor was the center of their empire, and quite literally, the center of the universe. Now, let's shift our focus northward into what is now the United States. Here, we find a different kind of pyramid, massive earthen mounds built by the Mississippian culture. The largest and most impressive of these is Monk's Mound at Cahokia, near modern-day St. Louis. Built between 900 and 1200 AD, this earthen structure is enormous. Its base is larger than that of the Great Pyramid of Giza. Imagine tens of thousands of people, over generations, carrying basket after basket of earth to construct this four-terraced mound. At its summit stood a large wooden building, likely the residence of the paramount chief or a temple. From this vantage point, the ruler of Cahokia could overlook the entire city, a sprawling urban center with a population of up to 20,000 people. Cahokia was the most sophisticated prehistoric society north of Mexico, and Monk's Mound was its political and religious centerpiece. Surrounding Monk's Mound were over 100 other smaller mounds serving various functions, from burial sites to platforms for other important buildings. The people of Cahokia also built large wooden circles, which acted as a kind of astronomical observatory, tracking the solstices and equinoxes. This shows that, just like their counterparts in Mesoamerica, they had a deep understanding of the cosmos and its cycles. The decline of Cahokia around 1350 AD is still a mystery, but their incredible mounds remain as a testament to their engineering skill and complex social organization. So, how do these American pyramids compare to the Egyptian ones? While both are monumental feats of engineering, their purpose and design were fundamentally different. Egyptian pyramids were primarily tombs, designed to protect the pharaoh's body and soul for eternity. They were sealed structures with complex internal passageways leading to burial chambers. In contrast, American pyramids were almost always platforms for temples or other important buildings. They were meant to be accessed, with grand staircases leading to the top, where public rituals and ceremonies took place. They were dynamic, living parts of the city, not sealed monuments to the dead. The construction methods also varied. The Egyptians used massive, precisely cut stone blocks, while many Mesoamerican pyramids had a core of rubble or earth, faced with cut stone and plaster. And in North America, the mound builders used earth itself as their primary material. Despite these differences, all of these cultures shared a common impulse: to build on a massive scale, to create structures that reached for the heavens, and to express their deepest beliefs about the cosmos, life and death through architecture. These pyramids are not just piles of stone and earth, they are windows into the minds of ancient peoples. They show us their mathematical knowledge, their astronomical observations, their religious beliefs, and their social structures. They tell stories of divine kings, sacred mountains, and cosmic cycles. Standing in the shadow of the Pyramid of the Sun, or watching the serpent descend at Chichen Itza, or gazing up at the immense slope of Monk's Mound, you can't help but feel a connection to the distant past and the incredible ingenuity of the human spirit. The next time you think of pyramids, I hope you'll remember the amazing structures of the Americas, a legacy as grand and enduring as any in the ancient world. Thanks so much for joining us on this journey. If you enjoyed learning about the pyramids of the Americas, please hit that like button and subscribe to History of the Ancient World for more deep dives into our shared past. We'll see you in the next video.